and welcome everybody to another fabulous episode of FarmVille2 Country Escape livestream with Scott and Jennilee and you guys. And joining me with her voice, as always, is Jennilee. Jennilee, how are you tonight? She's pretending she's not there, but she's really there. You can hear her making all that noise. She's banging on stuff, and she's cooking coffee and microwaving things, and you can hear her in the background. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
You just called me out like that. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, usually I ask if you're here, but that's kind of getting old because you're always here. Oh, mostly always here. We won't bring up those episodes.
This time.
I cut you off this time?
No, you threw me off.
Oh, I threw you off this time. Well, you did have a very busy week, so I guess I am a little surprised that you're here. And your job this week was kind of interesting. I really don't know what to make of it. Apparently, you're a boy spotter.
Yes, the buoys that are out for the...
Oh, buoy! I thought you said boy.
Buoy.
I thought you were spotting boys.
Oh,
like creepy.
I'm too old for that.
Creepy. Boy spotter. So like boat race boy spotter.
Yes.
And do you know what's really weird about those boys? Oh, sorry. Tell me about your job first. What do you do?
No, I get to help place the buoys out for the boat race.
Okay, so let's just talk about that just for a quick second. I know we're talking about your job and everything, so you should be able to enlighten us. Sometimes when I go in my boat races, you drive over the buoys, and are you supposed to get prizes? Like it says 1 of 6 view rewards, and I don't get any of these or do we get these boy prizes? Are these boy prizes at the end of the boat race that we get?
That's a good question.
It's so confusing. You know, we placed like 5th place last week, right? 5th place, but we still have the extra barn space, the Toodler guy or whatever his name is, Cadet Tulio. So I don't know what's going on. We'll talk about that more a little bit. Anyways, you placed the boys. How was that working out for you? Can you place a few? Can you place a few more? Because I need extras.
It was really hard for me because I have a irrational fear of, remember the fish and the whales? Remember I told you I was scared of it?
Yes.
So it was a little difficult. I did get stranded on a buoy a time or two until someone would come get me, but I did place them out there.
I see. So who came and got you?
I had different people, different farmers come, and they would laugh at me.
Oh, like the co-op people?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry that they laughed at you and hurt your feelings.
It did hurt my feelings.
So we have some news tonight, right? So should I play the newsreel?
Yes. It's not a lot of news, but we do have news.
Okay, well, I'm playing the newsreel anyways. Here it comes. We'll talk over it. It's actually playing while we're talking. We should do it like, news from the web, weather. We're not playing this week. Sorry. That was a fail. That was a really bad fail. People are like, what's going on? I can hear stuff and I can't hear stuff. Anyways, joining me from high above the farm tonight, way above the boys, is Jennilee to give us our crash report. Hi, Jennilee.
Hi.
All right.
I got a few stories. Just a few. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm going to send up Eddie to see you.
Oh, okay. Is he up?
He's going. Just go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is from a gal named DB Creoli, and I thought this one was interesting for you. She says, how do I get a rainbow on my farm? I'm level 265.
Yes, the rainbows were given out at an event a long time ago, and maybe one of the chat room people can explain it, because I know they've explained it before, but I just keep forgetting which event it was. But I don't think you can get it again unless they decide to bring that prize back. So it was a prize from an event, but it like lasts forever. It's a pin actually. If I go to my farm, my people barn here, and click on my pins, it's a rainbow pin, and you activate it. You can deactivate it, and you can activate it.
Very nice.
I wonder if I deactivate it and I click it. I might do it real quick. Anyways, we'll talk about that in a sec. What else you got for us?
Next one is from Rhonda. She says, got a quest to sell something at Trading Post. I don't have one of those. What is that?
Maybe she's talking about FarmVille2.
I was wondering that too, but it was on the Country Escape page.
That's bizarre. Never heard of it. Chat room, if you've heard of that, post it in there in the messages, and we'll figure that out later too.
Yes. Next one I have, let me see. From Melissa, she has a question. Rumor has it people pay other people to play on their FarmVille while they're at work. Is
What?
this true?
Who would do that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's a good one.
Yeah, if so, how does this work? I would definitely be interested.
Nice.
So, FYI, guys, people are willing to pay you to play on their farms all day.
Yes, post it on our live stream page, but we'll play on farm. Imagine you'll have to give out your Facebook password and everything, so that'll be fun.
Right?
And then when you get home, you'll have a new status, and you'll have all sorts of things. That's a good one. I don't think it's true. I mean, if you wanted to pay somebody, you could just pay them and get you to give you keys and free stuff, not to play.
Right.
But, yeah, cool.
And then the very last one that I have, I'm not going to go through all of it because it was several people the last couple days of the last prior week, so this weekend, and then into, I think, Monday and Tuesday as well. We were talking about it in our chat as well, that farms were frozen and you couldn't use the market, couldn't do anything on your farm, so a lot of people were pretty unhappy about that.
That is so true, and I do have a couple of slides tonight to talk about that whole mess up as well. So that's cool. So is that it?
Yes, that's it.
I think that was just in time for the helicopter sound to run out. Oh no, I had to restart it again. We will see you back on the farm shortly. Ready?
Ready.
And you should be back. I'm just working the buttons so good tonight. I forgot to turn the background music on at first, but since that point, it's been just stellar. Stellar. So, hello chat room. Thank you for joining us tonight. Remember, actually, you know what? I want to do this really early tonight before we introduce the chat room. We have like 150 people who watch the live stream every week, and if you're listening to this and you're watching and you're listening to this week, push the thumbs up button. I want to see how many thumbs up we can get from our future listeners as well. I know that all you guys in the chat room, if you want to click it right now, that's cool. I think 12 of you guys did last week, so that's awesome. But if you're listening to this after, click it as well, and we'll see how many we did next week. Won't that be cool to check, Jennilee?
Yes, I love that idea.
Yay! Anyway, so just do it this week. I mean, if you don't love us, then don't click it, but I'm sure you love us, so just click away on that like button.
If you don't love us, don't hit the thumbs up, because that'll make me sad.
Or the thumbs down, you mean. Don't hit the thumbs down.
The down.
There you go, the one that points down.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say hello to our wonderful chat room. I know that Brenda's here. Hi, Brenda.
Yes, Brenda, we all see you. We're all here with you. We love you.
So you know that movie where people see dead people? I was kind of wondering if we could make it so that Brenda couldn't see anybody, and she was like wondering where we were. And she was asking on our chat room earlier tonight, "Where's everybody? Or am I the only one here?" And I was just holding out, and then all of a sudden Anne pops up and she's like, "Hi everyone," and I'm like, "Oh, you wrecked it." Because Brenda always gets so worried that she's gonna miss the episode, and it's just so good because we love Brenda and we love Brenda's excitement, and I just like messing around with her. And we have a slide from Brenda tonight, so thank you, Brenda.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, hi Brenda and Frank and Anne. Those are here because I saw them in the chat room earlier. Who else we got?
We also have George.
Hey George, I saw you pop up too. Nice to see you here.
Yes.
And Andy too, right?
Andy's here, of
hey,
course.
Andy.
And then, sorry, Frank, of course. Andy is here as well.
As well, that's right. You got to have a different name for Andy. Andy as well.
Jean is here with us.
Hey Jean, awesome to join us tonight.
We have Courtney and Jackie.
Courtney and Jackie, wonderful. Thank you for coming. Make sure you guys just chat away to us tonight and give us some good stuff to talk about.
Yes. And then we also have Kesha and Amanda.
Kesha, I haven't heard that name before.
I think we've had Kesha before. Pretty
How about,
sure.
and Amanda?
Yes.
We've had Amanda before. Hey guys. Awesome of you guys to come and join us. That's a lot of people so far.
Yes, I love it.
Is there more, or is that it?
I'm all caught up.
Ah, that's awesome.
Oh, Brenda says she loves you too.
Oh, that's nice, Brenda. So beautiful. Okay, so we have a few things to talk about tonight.
Wait, before you get started, if you don't mind, because I do see a few people that either haven't chatted with us very often or I've never seen their names on here before. Just so you guys know, if you have something that you want me to say, like, hey, Scott, pay attention, please put your comments or questions in caps so I know when you're talking to me and when you're just talking in chat in general.
Right. Caps is for chatting to Jennilee and me, which rhymes, and non-caps is just for chatting with Frank and Brenda and Anne and Andy and George. and C1 Farms and everybody else that's there. Awesome. Do we have any chat that needs to be discussed at this present time, Jenny Lee?
Let me see. So far, Kesha said our co-op got a glitch in boat race when one of our players, her bonus doesn't go away, unlike everyone else, returns every 6 hours.
So is that to say that she's only getting the bonus once and that's it? Sorry, I didn't quite understand.
I didn't really either. If you could better explain that, Kesha, I'd love to figure out what you say there.
You know, and I don't understand boat races because, I mean, I understand boat races, and I mean, I know that you didn't participate much last week in them, and I didn't really participate much in them last week either. But I don't, like, we still have the Tulio dude. Like, I'm not sure if we have the farmhand helper. Do we still have the farmhand helper as well?
I believe so. I think I put him to work.
Yeah, I don't know where he is in my farm right now, but I'm going to click on my barn, but I have like a, when I click on my barn tonight, I have like the first time ever tonight that I'm going to upgrade my barn live on the live stream, so I'm so excited for that. I finished I had enough nails and padlocks and shovels and everything like a couple days ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait till the live stream to upgrade it, because it's such a good feeling to do it, isn't it?
Yes, I love that you waited for it.
I waited because I was like, this is epic. And I had to deal with such a, like, I don't have a small barn. I have a massive barn. It's 495 items. But when you have to collect all this stuff, like the shovels and the nails and the padlocks and the tin, and, you know, you end up having to do an event in the middle of it, you have to collect all that stuff, and it's like so much stuff. So you can see I've got all these X's. I wonder if I have any light bulbs in here to get rid of really quickly before I click the button, and then it gives me space again. I think I don't. I think I deleted them all. You know, people still don't know what light bulbs do. Like, I was reading the other day on, they'll start with L, first of all. I can't even find them. I was reading, like, on the app stores, the recommend, you know, when people can post reviews on the App Store, wow, that took me forever to get out. You know what I mean? Like, if you're viewing new apps and it tells you what people think of them, this one person writes on the iTunes one, they write, what the heck are light bulbs for? We've had them for all these years and I've never ever known. And I was like, dude, you just have to ask on Facebook and you'll get the answer.
Right.
But people still don't know what they do, and I was like, just flabbergasted by that. Okay, so you ready for me to upgrade my barn?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Should we count it down?
Yes.
You want me to count it down like live for my time and everybody else viewing, or for live in your time and wait 10 seconds and then click it?
Oh, no, just do it.
All right, just do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. 371 available out of 505. And my little cadet Tulio guy is pumping that up by 15 points as well. So now I have a pile of room. I love it. And you see, I'm always tempted to start throwing away my shovels and throwing away my nails and my padlocks at this point so that I don't have to clog it up again, because, I mean, I have extra padlocks. I have 7 and only 1 nail, but I do have a bunch of ribbons I can use. Hey, speaking of stuff last week, remember how last week, sorry, I got sidetracked. Last week, my farm wasn't my farm. Remember that?
Yes.
And so I did the boat race, right? And I did like 5 things, and I used up a pile of my speed seeds, and I used keys and stuff. Remember? Yeah. So all of that I got back because, of course, my cloud save, which you guys can see on my screen now, is from the game once everything loaded fine on Windows. So I managed to get all those points for a co-op. But the strange thing was, when I went to the boat races back in my regular game after the live stream, it said I had 0 points on my screen, but yet on Jenny Lee's screen and Anne's screen, they still showed me as 400 and some points, but for some reason on my screen it showed as 0. So I don't know what the number actually added up to. I don't know if it worked for me to get extra points for the boat races, because they confused me drastically. But anyways, did you know you noticed that? Or I just wanted to kind of give an update on that.
Yeah, and I kept checking after the show too to see if your points were still there, and they were.
Yeah, so I think the points counted, and I got all that stuff back. So it's like a little mini hack, and it was Zynga's fault because they didn't update the Windows Store game at the same time they update the iOS and everything else. So that was kind of awesome. I was able to spend speed seed and not actually spend speed seed. So nice. it was a confusing exploit, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to exploit. It just happened. It was in a cool experiment, and that's what happened. So do we have any caps yelling in the chat room?
Yes, everyone's yelling.
Okay, what do we got going on? Okay, you talk. And then after we're done, remind me to talk about the spinning sun. We'll go there next, okay?
Okay, sounds good. So the first one is from Jackie. She wants to know, why can't we have event items in our back porch?
That's a good question. That would be a handy thing to have, to put event items back here instead of a useless. How do you even get back there? Oh yeah, it's over here. I think I can hold 20 items. That'd be a kind of a neat a thing to kind of temporarily use your back porch as storage. Maybe there can be a prize pin or something. Huh, that's an interesting suggestion. I think I'll forward that through.
20 spots in your back porch. I think when I started, I only had like 7 spots or something.
Well, check your game right now. Okay, people in the chat room, how many spots do you have in your back porch?
Well, I've bought spots since then, and I keep getting more spots. Oh, maybe that's why you have it too. I have more spots now. It says 23, but that's because we're getting those extra spots from the boat races.
Ah, that could be why we have extra spots. But you know how also you get extra spots is you have your game screw up. From what I understand, there's been several people who have visited another farm to send friendship fertilizer, and when they get back, their farms are like overlaid with the person's farm that they were at, and then only way to fix it is for Zynga to like put everything in your back porch and then put everything back, so they end up increasing your back porch size to like a bunch, and then they put everything in there for you, and then you can replace it and it fixes it somehow. I don't know, I've heard that. Have you heard this, Jennilee?
No, I've never heard that before.
Anyways, I just thought of it because we're talking about the back porch, but I think someone in our chat room probably has had this happen from what I remember. Maybe not here tonight, but anyways, continue on.
Okay, so the next thing we have is from Kesha. She's explaining more now. She says the points lock up in first place. It doesn't go away. She keeps doing it. She now has 255 bonus. That's times 50.
So she's kicking butt.
Yeah.
So why are you complaining? Just go with it.
I think he's more or less just talking about the glitch itself.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's super strange. I don't know if that's something that would you want to send a ticket in for an advantage glitch? Actually, that's a good question for a chat room. If you have a glitch, kind of like the glitch I had last week, where it wasn't updated, although they knew it wasn't updated. But if you found a glitch out, would you send it in, or would you just like keep it to yourself and exploit away?
I think it depends on the glitch. If it was like a super cool glitch, then you probably would just keep your mouth shut and not tell anybody.
So is that why it took so long for Zynga to find out about those bracket cloning? Remember the bracket cloning that was going on?
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because people have been complaining about cheaters forever and a day. So
yeah, but the bracket cloning was more of a glitchy cheat. It wasn't really a cheat, right? Like it was just change your name and then you can buy as much stuff as you want. Anyways, right. That was an interesting one. But I bet you, though, that people don't like to complain when things are working good. Like, you know, the county fair glitch where you get to claim people's prizes like 6 times and get all those extra stuff, keys and things?
Yes.
I bet you people don't send in tickets for that, right?
Right.
It's not like, exactly. And then what are they supposed to do? It's like, you know what? I have 597 keys, but I should only have 587 keys. Please remove 10 keys. Although it would make a good episode for the live stream to actually complain about a glitch that gave you stuff.
Right.
And then they'd be like, well, we've taken away your 10 keys, but for the inconvenience, we've added you 10 keys. Speaking of which, there's a slide that Anne sent us that Zynga gave her stuff last week for this whole spinning sun thing. So that's what we're going to talk about after. But anyways, keep talking.
Okay, so I'm going to skip real quick because the last thing Frank said is funny. He says, Lad is listening, so if you mention glitches, they might get fixed.
Yes, so Lad is listening. You mentioned glitches. And then, too, I've been kind of told by Zynga to bring forth suggestions and things. So people on the live stream, if you want to post things on the live stream page that we should talk about and then suggest to Zynga, it'll actually get to them because they're actually listening to us. Further on Lad's conversation, where he said Zynga is monitoring our live stream, they've actually opened up dialogue direct, like with I have access to people that are in the developers and the designers and the people that will deal with the cheaters and this kind of stuff. So we have a little dialogue that I can send suggestions to. So keep that in mind if you guys have any awesome ideas. I mean, there's always the same ones with we need a bigger barn and we we need a place to store a separate shack to put our nails and padlocks and all that stuff. And that's not what really we're talking about. We're talking about what cool things would you like to see in the game, like some cool feature or something. They want to know. So anyways, isn't that cool?
Yes, that's awesome.
It is cool. So that's cool. That's the thing about doing a live stream and having people notice it, is that they start paying attention and taking, and what we do is Jennilee and I, we go through and we look at all the Facebook groups and we find out the problems and the news, and we hear about things and then we talk about them, and they've heard of glitches that people don't talk about and on our stream, but they don't hear them in the complaint because they're not such a big deal, like ghosting things. Speaking of which, let's bring a slide up really quick. I know it's not the slide we wanted. It is the slide from Brenda. Brenda, here comes your slide. It is coming up. It is called Missing People. This is from Brenda this week. She posted it on our live stream page. She had missing people where the little bodies were there, but she couldn't slide and drag in people to fill her prized potbelly pig thingy.
Oh no!
Yeah, do you see that glitch on the screen, Jennilee?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at first she posted this, and then people were like, what's the problem? I don't see the problem. Everything looks fine. But then Brenda's like, I don't have any dudes to put in there. So I don't know if they were there and she could just mysteriously swipe. Brenda, if that's what happened, let us know. But yeah, so this was posted on our live stream page. So if you guys have something that you have an interesting thing that's happened to you, put it on our live stream page. I'll grab it as a picture and we'll talk about it in the following week. So that's cool too.
You have to reboot it.
You have to reboot, yeah. So, but that's the thing is, like, this kind of glitch, like, Brenda's not going to send a ticket in for this, right? And so if someone in Zynga's watching this, they'll say, wow, that's really weird, and maybe they can, that's why that may cause something else, and that, so it kind of brings stuff to them anyways, which is kind of cool. But anyway, thanks, Brenda, for sending that in. I'm going to close your slide off. Don't forget.
Thanks, Brenda.
Yeah, thanks, Brenda. So keep talking about the chatters, because I want to continue on with the spinning thingy from Anne. But anyways.
So the next thing I have is Frank said he's only one upgrade away from finishing his back porch.
Finishing the back porch? Like actually doing all...
Because he's already maxed out his barn.
Oh, I guess so. Sure.
And then, let me see. Andy said he has 50 spots in his silo, and Frank said he's up to 67, but 20 of them are from Tulio.
67 spots?
Yes, in the back porch.
Oh, in the back porch. Oh, I see. I thought you said silo.
No.
You did. Rewind it. You said silo.
I meant back porch. If I said
you meant back porch, but you totally said silo. Anyways, chat room will back me up. Right, chatters? My awesome backup chatters. Anyways, keep going. Read some more chattage.
I got one more, and it is Frank asking you to please shut down the game.
Shut down the game, right, Frank? Let's shut it down. So to shut down the game, the first thing you have to do is click on this little settings button, right? And then you put your mouse right in the middle of the A. I don't even know if you can see it, if you guys can see my mouse. And then you click and drag, but nothing happened because you have to do it the right way. And then the game will shut down. Frank has a joke. We have an online, well, not an online, we have a running joke with everyone that we had a watcher on the live stream think I had more power than I did, and they were just so upset with the game they wanted me to shut it down. And anyways, so thanks, Frank, for bringing that up again. Anyways, cool. Got anything else?
Jane says she's had the same issue as Brenda with the glitch.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never had that one myself. Oh, I got a wind chime. Wind chimes are worth a lot of money, aren't they? $54,000. Let's sell it and see how much it's worth. Sorry, keep going.
Nope, that's it. I'm good.
That's all. Okay, I'm gonna go to the. I gotta post my wind chime up for sale. I want to see how much money I just won on the spinning wheel. You know what would also be cool is Plinko. 43,000. Wow, that's awesome. Like FarmVille Plinko. You know what Plinko is, Jennilee?
Sounds familiar.
It's not like on The Price is Right where they put the little ball on the top or the little puck and it drops down and it hits the pins and it goes. Yeah. We need a Plinko board for FarmVille, so I'll put that suggestion in too because that'd be fun.
That's a good suggestion.
Okay, so let's talk about that spinning sun, because it was a huge problem for a lot of people this week. Chat rooms, if you had the spinning sun, let us know. If you didn't have it, let us know. I, for one, only had it for the briefest amount of time. When I checked anyways, I didn't play a ton, but for the briefest amount of time, I wasn't able to access market for maybe 10 minutes, and then it all cleared up for me. And on the other hand, she waited like days. How about you, Jennilee? Did you have issues?
Mine was days too, and then when it did randomly come up, I got excited, but then the next time it would randomly come up again, it was the exact same people selling the exact same items, so mine had
yours was weird.
Glitch.
So your glitch was the same people, and it didn't refresh, which is so weird. That's completely different than Anne. Now, did you send a ticket in, Jennilee?
No, because everybody else was having the same issue, so I let it be, and I just waited for it to kick back through. Plus, I was working my real job.
That's true.
Pretty hard this week, so
gotcha.
I have time to play too much at the beginning of the week.
And did you see the ticket that Anne posted, the response that she got from her spinning sun?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't that crazy? I have it. I have it as a slide. Should I bring it up?
Bring it up.
So Anne had the glitch. She sent in a ticket, and this was what happened after. She said that she was having trouble connecting to the global market, and she's underlined the important part from Erwin from Zynga, who says, "We appreciate your patience while we were working on resolving this issue. They have added 20 speed seed, 20 golden gloves, and 10 keys in her account." This is why you want to send tickets in, everyone. Free stuff. Isn't that cool? Congratulations, Anne. That was an awesome score. 20 speed seeds, 20 golden gloves, and 10 keys just for sending a ticket in. I know she was a little annoyed, though. You could tell every few minutes Anne was posting, "I still see the sun, I still see the sun." So definitely it was aggravating and frustrating for Anne and everyone else that would have the problem. Wouldn't you agree, Jennilee? Hey, that rhymed too. That is like a jingle, actually. That is like a jingle. You have to remember that for next time. I can't remember it now, so don't you agree, Jennilee? Yeah, that's the jingle for sure.
Brenda said she's still having issues with her market.
Brenda, you have to delete the game. Just kidding. Don't do that.
I'm assuming that's what she said, because me, I have it still. So.
Wow, that's so weird. So let's try ours. I'm gonna try mine. Spinning Sun. No problem at all. Oh, I love buying the goat milk. Let's check out what we got. I think I have lots of sea salt. Don't need sea salt. And blackberries, that's not a bad buy, but I don't need them. Wicker baskets, I think I'll buy that. And I do need to send some guys to the area. So let's do that and do that. Anyways, cool. All right, so thank you, Anne, for that particular post and slide. Do you want to do Anne's game now? Do you want to play the thingy game? Chat room, do you want to do the farm item game that Anne provides us with each week?
Well, first I was going to ask you how you're doing with the event.
Oh, the event. So let me tell you how I'm doing the event. So you know how I needed, I just got my barn upgrade just a second ago?
Yes.
So they give you good stuff with the event. Like, let me show everybody where I'm at. They'll see it because I'm here. I just finished phase 3. And what's really good about phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 is that you get nails, locks, and more nails for doing the first 3 phases. So my motivation for doing these first 3 phases was primarily keys and padlocks, because I knew I needed a few more and I really wanted to get them. So after I got the nails and my barn was ready to go, I kind of stopped playing the event, but I still have 10 days, 3 hours, and 31 minutes to go. And I only need 2 more phases. So I have no doubt that with the help from our awesome co-op, that I will be able to finish the event. How about you, Jennilee?
I'm kind of, I guess, similar to you. I just got to phase 4 this morning, but I'm halfway through already.
Nice.
And I have not done any, so I did this on purpose because I know we've had like scares with, oh, what's going to happen with cloning, like can we do events without it? So on purpose I haven't been involved in any cloning sessions, trying to see if I could do this all by myself. So I'm really proud that we have 10 days left and I'm already on halfway through phase 4.
Wow, and without cloning as well. That's great.
Yes.
And I definitely... Yeah, that's cool. I tried to do that, but in the last round, I ended up, Celia, which is she's awesome. She always is awesome for me. She comes through, she saves up stuff, and she's like, hey, Scott, I saved up a whole bunch of round 4 items. Actually, I don't think I've grabbed the round 4 items from her yet. Anyways, so yes, so thanks to the people in our co-op. Whoops, I totally didn't do that right. I was able to finish the 3rd round with help. unfortunately. Or fortunately. Actually, fortunately.
Yes, fortunately.
But man, you only have like a 75% chance of getting these, what are these, green beans? Green beans, interesting. Well, that's a different story, green beans. Anyways, 75% chance of getting green beans, that kind of sucks. But the first time I'll probably get it. Anyways.
You'll get it.
Did you hear that I live in the most dangerous place in Canada, Jennilee?
I did. I heard that.
So I live in a town with 12,500 people, and every year there's this magazine that comes out, a national magazine in Canada, and it ranks the top 10 most dangerous places in Canada, and little old my town is basically the #1 highest gaining crime thing in Canada. People, 12,000 people. But you know why it's at that high this year?
It's per capita,
it's per capita, right? So there was, unfortunately, very sad. There was 2 fatalities last year, 2 homicides or whatever from people that knew each other that did each other in, and there's always lots of assaults that happen, and it's assaults that from people that know each other. So it's not like random assaults. It's not like Detroit or wherever in the States where like really you're walking down and you're scared for your life all the time. It's totally not like that at all. But because there's so many of these violent crimes that happen amongst people that know each other, it puts our numbers way up. So unfortunately, it's a good stat to brag about. No, it's not, but you know what I mean. So you have to worry about me, everybody, because I might not be here next week because of all the crime. Just kidding. I'll be here. It's not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. But anyway, that's me. Where was I going with that? I have no idea. Should we bring a slide up or play Anne's game?
Hold on. Let me catch up on chat and then we can play the game.
All right, cool.
So Frank, let me see. Brenda said this event was easy. I think this one was a little easier because I tried to do the last event by myself too. And remember the phase 1, I did not get the cat. I wasn't even close.
No, you didn't get it?
I think it does depend on the event itself. This one I do agree has been easy so far because I've been able to do it by myself. Frank says the higher your level, the more items you have to craft.
Yeah, that's weird. Isn't that weird? And we can talk about that too. I think I have a slide. Should I bring that slide up since we're talking about it?
Well, you're on phase 4. How many items do you have to... Can you pull up your thingy?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. I just got to finish select my pan here because I always spend the $500 to do the second pan. I could have got keys or shovels, but anyways. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, so you want me to bring up the...
Yeah, because I'm on phase 4 too, so I'm
all right, phase 4. 13, 17, 11, and 11. What about you?
I'm pulling mine up too. Let me see. 13, gotcha. 17, 11, and 11. Me too.
All right, so...
Which level?
I'm level... I don't know what I am. Where does it say it? 73. 73. But I have a slide I'm going to bring up because we have this question from other people. What did it say? Maybe I didn't. 10 more. No, that's not it. Missing people. Where the heck? I didn't put that slide up. I thought I had a slide of this. So what people are saying was that their event goals are different than the other people's event goals, and so we're not sure if this is true. So chat room, if you're on level 4 and this is what you need, confirm it, or you can say, hey, I have different numbers. It's kind of hard because I'm sure there's people all over the place. But what we've heard is that people in the round 4 need different amounts of things, right, Jennilee?
That's crazy because you have the same amounts as me and I'm level 84.
Right. So what's the difference? Now, it could be one of these tests that Zynga's runs where different people need different amounts of things. And, you know, I have no doubt right now that there is a lot of testing going on with a lot of different things regarding this whole ask button situation. And not necessarily the ask button, but the fact of the cloning situation. Like, they're doing testing. Some co-ops can't clone, some can. Some have different goals, some have the same goals. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that there's tests being run like crazy right now. Which is kind of freaking me out because I don't want to lose cloning. I hope not. I love cloning. It's the best. But I mean, I think I've become accustomed to winning every event that I ever play, which shouldn't really be the case, right?
Why? I think it's fine. I think it's fine if you win it.
I know, but seriously, spending no money on a game and winning every prize they always put out. I mean, to me, it seems. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to lose that. You know, but this whole thing that you see people with this ask button. Speaking of which, if you've gotten the ask button or lost the ask button this week, let us know in chat, because we haven't had any really updates from Facebook on the ask button. People that have got it or lost it or whatever. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel that the future of cloning, I don't know if it's in danger or if it's just, you know, right now with cloning I can do everything. But if they take it away, I'm going to have to play a lot more, just like you said, right? Play every night and get stuff. And if the events are somewhat reasonable for amounts of things you need, then it'll be okay. You can still, if you still play for like 10 hours a night or a day, you can get your prize still. But anyways, I think it'll be interesting. I'm glad that it's not just a boring game when nothing changes. I'm glad that they have these drama situations about certain things and people get upset. I mean, I'm not glad that this happens, but I'm glad it does so that we can talk about it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, it's a pretty good game. Like, it's a very simple game, but for some reason, every week, we have so much to talk about, don't we?
I love that.
I love that, too. And so we have to thank Zynga for that. Thank you, Zynga, for all of the things that pop up in the game that are completely strange and weird and unfair and fair and all that cool stuff, because it just makes Jennilee and I's job so much easier to talk to all of these awesome people in our chat room and over the globage. Anyways, I agree. Isn't that cool? Anyway.
Well, so Anne says she had the same amount as you and I for phase 4.
Perfect.
But then, let me see. So Chantel, Jenna, Frank, Melanie, they're all saying that they've had way more than us. Like Frank says for phase 4 he needed 17, 23, 15, and 26.
Huh, and mine is like way less than that.
And Chantel says 20, 24, 17, and 17.
So wouldn't it be nice to just know, like, what's going on? Like, you know?
I had no idea that people needed different amounts. I don't understand why they would do that.
And then, you know what could also be different, too, is the drop rates on stuff. Like, you saw me put my 4 guys in my area here, and I'm going to put my guys in my boat here. I'm just going to find the right guys, because if I don't concentrate... I know I had a helping hand. Where did he go? Did I put him in the wrong spot? Anyways, whatever. I'll just dump
That reminds me, George is saying, buy the helping hands, they give it 100%.
Ooh, buy the helping hands.
For the events.
For the events. So spend the keys on get those guys they offer.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's check out how much they cost in a second. This slide shows me getting about a 95% chance of grabbing... well, that went down with that one. Of grabbing this syrup or whatever this is. Maple syrup. So I have a pretty good chance of that. So that means I wonder if the drop rates are different too, right? So I put those 4 guys in. If someone else put those 4 guys in, are they going to get the same percentage of drop rates on it? The question. Well, I have a completed quest. I think I might have a boat race for that. So let's check how much those guys cost. So Granddad Gary and Granddaughter Gertrude cost 150 keys each. And so they have 100% chance, according to who? Andy? No. George. To get the item. So that's cool. Good to know. And what's 150 keys cost us, Jennilee?
How much what?
How much what? How much does 150 keys cost us? $5.
Oh, I believe you.
Or you can get like 600 keys for $19.99. So that's not bad. I mean, if you wanted to spend money and buy keys and
you asked me that before it popped up on your screen. That's not fair.
Well, it popped up by my screen for the same time for all of my other chatters. You should just be...
But not for me.
Well, you need to get more in the past or future or whatever you are back there.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's no biggie. Anyway, so that's not too bad. I mean, George, are you a money spender on the game and you have all these extra keys to give away? Because, I mean, I scrounge my keys and so does Jennilee. And we save them up until something goes on sale and then we spend them like crazy, right?
Well, I'm waiting for Christmas. I'm getting excited. I'm close to 700 keys, so I'm trying my hardest to get as many as I can.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other games out there that don't give you the premium currency. I just wanted to tell people out there that we're lucky. We're lucky that FarmVille gives us all of these currencies, the speed seeds and the tickets and the keys and everything. I mean, it takes forever to get the keys, but you still get them. Where some currencies in some online games, you have to spend real money to get that. So that's a plus for FarmVille, in my opinion. Did you just say something? Because it sounded like you went, wow.
No, I went, and then I have my children upstairs making noises. So
gotcha. I see. Interesting noises from Jennilee. So, let's play Anne's game, because that way Anne can go to bed and not stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you figure?
I'm ready.
Is Anne still here?
Oh, Anne sent you a picture, by the way.
She did? Oh, let's check it out. Okay, I'm bringing it up.
More for her.
She sent it to... Yes, okay, I can look. What was that?
I dropped my phone. Sorry.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so Anne cost the keys in my game. What is this? Is this the picture? Oh, this is the one she sent. So, did this come up? Tell me if this comes... Whoa. $27.99. Is this more money?
Yeah, and her box of keys, 140 is $6.99, and yours was $4.99.
Okay, bringing it up. But I'm playing on a PC right now, and those are different. So that could be the difference too, because the PC pricing is different than the other pricing. I just completely forgot how to get my... Oh yeah, I have to click on the plus keys. Here we go. So there we are. So $6.99 compared to $4.99. 19 versus 27 and 13 versus 9. So they are different, but also too, I have on the PC, I've noticed, you know, the little envelope thing you can click on?
The what one?
There's a $2 one. At least I thought there was. Oh, it's not here anymore. You know the offers they give you sometimes? Like right now, $9.99 for 365 keys, 50% off. There's one that came up. It was like $2.99 or something. So the offers are different between the different platforms. So that may be what Anne is talking about or discussing. Anyways, I think it's time to play Anne's game. What about you?
I agree. I pulled up my own to check my prices. Sorry.
And what are your prices?
Same as yours, it looks like.
So, but you play on the iPhone, right?
Yes.
So, Anne, what are you playing on? We'll wait for Anne to answer. In the meantime, we're going to play Anne's game, or the game that we made from Anne to send us things each week. So, people in the chat room, I'm going to post a... Oh, she sent me something else. Did you hear that beep, chatters?
That was me. That was me.
Did you just send me your picture?
Yes.
Of your key amounts?
Yes, it's so much different from Anne's. That's great. And Anne says she's playing on her iPhone.
But yours was the same as mine, you said.
Looks like it to me.
All right, cool. Well, let's play the game because it's going to be 9 o'clock and we're going to play Anne's game, and she's probably half asleep as it is. Okay,
I'm
so
ready for the game.
People in the chat room, we're going to bring up a picture of a farm item utensil thingy-majiggy that Anne has so graciously sent us. If you know immediately what it is, please don't tell us immediately what it is and let us guess what it is for a little while so that we can try to have interesting conversation about it. But if you do know what it is, you'll get extra points at the end of the night, right, Jennilee?
Right, extra points.
All right, so did you take a look at this thingy yet? I'll bring it up on the screen. Here it is.
I quickly looked at it, and then I was glad more chatter happened, because if I look at it too hard, then I might try too hard to figure out what it is for the fun part. I
briefly looked at it, and I was like, yeah, it's definitely a weed whacker with fingers on the end of it. Isn't that what you thought?
That's exactly what I thought.
Like, what the heck? Are those like, are they like trimming? Are they some sort of a trimming device that those fingers like ratchet together and cut off like branches and leaves and things, or what? Like, what is that? Can I zoom in a little? I'm going to zoom in a little. How about that? Should I zoom in a little? Okay. Oops, I just shut it off. All right, here, let's unlock it. Okay, I'm going to click it. So people in the world, I'm going to zoom in and then we'll move it around a little. So this is what the ends look like. They look like they have a weird timer thing on the end of it too. I'm really
Frank
screwing
says
up.
It's a nasal hair trimmer.
A nasal hair trimmer. It's too big for that, Frank, but that's a good guess. Points for trying and being funny. There's like a weird dialy thing on the end of this thing, and then these are definitely like engines. Those are definitely motors. That looks just like a weed trimmer motor, and they even have a button for that. So that end is definitely a weed whacker trimmer. It's this end that we're wondering about what the heck it is. So I'm gonna zoom into this, and then so we can still see our screen. Where did it go? All right. Oh, this is so screwed up. Okay, here. I just gotta make it shrinky, live on the screen. This is like updating live for everybody to see what it is. Okay, so.
Jean, I agree. That's what my next thought was too.
What did she say?
Fruit tree picker. I was waiting to say that, but you were cropping it up, so I was waiting. But yeah. That was my next thought.
So, like, you
I was
put
thinking
that...
lemons. Like, that's exactly what popped in my head. Lemons.
Oh, would they just fall, though? Like, is it cutting, or what is it doing?
I don't know, but that's where my mind went next.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's a weird one for me. I don't know what kind of weed whacker thing. Like, I'm sure those things would either, like, cut or shake because they're on an engine, on a motor. That's very confusing to me. What is the chat? Any other guesses in the chat room?
Brenda says a tiller.
Tiller. What does a tiller do? Is that make
tills,
like does it dig up dirt?
So when your ground is really hard and you want to plant something, you can't do it in the hard soil, so you have to till the soil to make it softer.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So it's like a rototiller, but a handheld version. Yeah, I could shove that in the ground, I guess. And I don't know. Like it really is weird. It's a good one, Anne. It's like I've never seen this at the Home Depot.
Jean now says maybe a hedger.
Hedger, yeah. I don't know. Like, it's just strange. Okay, and the one on the right has like more longer, less longer. I don't know, like little finger thingies.
Well, more spaces between them. Looks like.
Right, but why would a lemon picker need a motor on the end of it?
I don't know.
So, you know, like, why wouldn't it just be a bunch of claws and just pick them off the tree? It's so weird.
Frank's goofball. He said, Tiller. I hardly even know her.
Jeez. Oh, Frank, what would we do without you?
Right?
Frank, you're the life of the party. Thank you for coming.
See, it's funny because he comes here to, hang out with us, but really I come here to see what Frank's gonna write.
Frank and Brenda and everyone else that's posting crazy stuff. Well, Brenda doesn't post crazy stuff so much, but
Jean says cotton picker.
Cotton picker. Yeah, I see that on the
Jean,
chat.
I'm loving all of your ideas here.
He's got a lot of ideas. I don't know. Is that... How come the one on the right has a weird dialy thing by the handle and the one on the left just has a weird pincher thingy? I don't know. I'm very confused by it.
Maybe you can adjust how hard... they almost look like two hands, right? Like their hands
they're
sticking
two
out.
hands. They're like...
So maybe the dialer, pulls the hands apart?
That's true.
I don't know.
I don't know. I totally give up. What about you, Jennilee?
Yeah.
Okay, chat room. If you know what it is, post it. If you that way we can prove that you knew. So if you're an expert, Frank's probably keyed it into like Google image searches and it's like come up with the picture of what it is and it's like this is what it is. It's a LJ remover scooper aerator for a pond. Oh, cow scratcher. That's what Andy says. That's awesome.
I was just gonna say that.
I'm staring at it on the live stream because of I have the live stream open.
Anne sent a drum roll. Drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay, what is it, Anne? I'll bring it up just so we can see what it is. Let us know, and then I'll kill the slide. Bum, 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 bum. Look, the tree monster's still there on my screen. Do you see it?
I do.
But Pablo's right behind it. You want to see Pablo?
No.
Okay, all right. Nobody wants to see Pablo. Pablo's behind the tree monster. Okay, what is it, Anne? Did she post it yet?
Coffee bean harvester.
What? How do coffee beans grow? Are they a bush or is it a tree?
I don't know. Want me to Google
Coffee?
it?
Well, but that's just so weird. I must shake it. So does Anne know how it works? Probably not. She just found the picture. Cool, Anne. That is a sweet, sweet, sweet farm thingy today. Wonder how long it takes Anne to go and find images. Are you Googling it, Jennilee?
I am.
Nice. Wow, isn't that cool? A coffee bean harvester. So we need that in FarmVille. We can't make coffee beans in FarmVille, can we? We cannot.
What would that have to do with our farm?
I don't know, but there's lots of things that don't have anything to do with our farm. Like, what do we make? Let's see. I'm gonna click on a random thing here. Oh, it's socks. Let's find something in one of the event items. Sauteed veggies. They do sound delicious. And then tomato puree. Do you use butter in tomato puree? Because a recipe calls for tomatoes and butter for tomato puree. Oh, someone sent me something. Did you just send me something?
Yes. I sent you a picture.
All right, let's check it out. What did Jennilee send me?
Anne says it combs through the trees.
Oops, that was not the right box to click on. That wasn't the picture. I clicked on the wrong box. I have Chrome open and I have Firefox open, and the Chrome window, whoops, is hello. The Chrome window, it won't work for the live stream. Okay, so here we go. What did you send me? This one will work.
Emmy.
What does a coffee plant look like? Wow, that's so weird. It's like a little tiny shrubbery. Take a trip to Eurofia, Brazil, and Costa Rica. You may walk past plants that look like this. Very interesting, Jennilee. Thank you for sending that.
But see the picture? That's what I was trying to, like, I was trying to picture what it was using the little motor for to get them off.
Yeah, like, so that it doesn't damage them or something. I don't know, it's pretty sweet. Could YouTube video it, it would probably have it exactly what it is. But that was a cool looking thing, and it's no wonder that we've never seen it, because we don't grow coffee, right? Do you grow coffee? Anybody in the chat room grow coffee? But I swear we grew coffee once on the FarmVille. Didn't we grow coffee in FarmVille? Or maybe it was cocoa beans. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something, Jennilee.
We've done cocoa beans for events before. I don't know if we've done coffee.
So it's those cocoa beans we found in in an area, like a pond or whatever.
Maybe that's a suggestion for Zynga.
There you go, could be. What's with all the padlocks and nails that are in the pond? Isn't that unsafe? Wouldn't you like step on a nail?
Well, and if they are in the pond and you're pulling it out, I mean, is that a nail you really want to use?
That's true. It's probably not silver anymore. Like, why isn't those nails like orange or something?
They're all rusted out.
They should be rusted out oranges. And you know, how come you have a 100% chance of catching trout, but only like a 40% chance of catching the bass fish?
Because there's more trout than bass.
Oh, that's true. But shouldn't you eventually fish out all the trout? And what's with the mint? Does mint grow underwater? Because I didn't know that. That's like a good question.
Oh, that is a good question.
And who's throwing the carrots in the pond? You know, like, seriously. And then maple syrup? How's that getting in there, people? You got a high chance of getting maple syrup out of the pond. Very strange.
Because it's an Easter egg scavenger hunt.
It could be an Easter egg scavenger hunt. All right, I might have another slide. Should I take a look?
Take a look.
All right. This other thing popped up. It's called 10 More Days is my slide. So, did you see this posting on Facebook, Jennilee? Apparently, when you finish the event, you win the dog or the cat or whatever it is for 30 days, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently on this event that we're just still both finishing, it pops up and it says you can buy the pet for longer. Does that make sense? Like, so
yeah. So for 150 keys, you could have the
10 extra days. Yeah, so I mean, it's not a very good deal as far as I'm concerned. $5 for 10 days. I mean, maybe it is if you had a bunch of keys to throw away. And then there's a box underneath that says, or you can get that at 50% off by doing a quest or something, which means that you'd only have to pay 75 keys, I think. But did you notice Angela and Anne underneath this post wrote that their option was 200 keys, not 150 or 350 or whatever this says. Let's say 350 or 150. Can't see it now. I'll unlock it and zoom in. Zooming in. That's 150. Okay. So that's weird. That's another example of different people having different amounts of items to do stuff on. Jennilee, did I lose you?
No, I was just reading chat. I'm so sorry.
Okay, what did I say? There's a test. What was I talking about?
You were talking about... No, don't do that.
Oh, okay, I won't do that. But my wife does that to me all the time. She's like, you're just a proof that you don't listen. It's okay,
I do listen, but I'm also reading chat. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What I was saying was that there's Angela and Anne both had an offer for 200 keys, yet the poster of this image, which I don't remember who posted it, actually it might say on here if I make it bigger here, hold on. No, it doesn't say. It cost them 150. So it's another example of Zynga giving one price to certain people and another price to other people. But anyways, it's a new feature. I've never seen them offer an extension before. Have you?
No.
Chat room, have you ever seen them offer an extension and making your farmhand last longer? I mean, there's been a lot of people saying there's no way I'd spend 150 keys or 200 keys on an extension or even half that price on an extension.
But I wonder if that's like the event items, how you and I have the same amount, but some people have a whole lot more. Is
right.
That like the thing too?
Finally, you just catched on to what I was talking about for the last 5 minutes.
That's what I thought you were talking
Okay, great. Good job. I only explained it twice to you over the phone, over that. I'm not the phone. That's so old, over the phone. I mean, it's not old. I mean, everybody has phones, but, you know, I was thinking the phone with the cord. Never mind. Oh, I didn't do the cows yet. Okay, Anne, here we go. 4 cows. Oh, 4 cows. 2 milk. Oh, well. I have one more shot. I left my cows alone because somebody speed seeded them or fertilized them. Okay, give me 4. Oh, it's been like 4 episodes before I haven't gotten bonus milk. I'm so disappointed. Oh wow.
Scott, have you planted anything in real life?
Have I planted anything in real life? Yes. I currently have things growing. I have spices. I have oregano growing and basil, and I actually planted garlic. 4 things of garlic, and they're sprouted and they're like 2 feet tall. So,
oh, nice.
And I heard that every leaf is a clove, and so there's 3 leaves right now. So I don't know if that means there's 3 cloves, but I think it takes like 9 months to grow it. Anyways, how about you, Jennilee? What do you plant?
I planted when I was in Texas, so I haven't done anything here yet, but I did big things. Like I did peppers, I did cucumbers and squash, I did watermelon, and I did pumpkins.
Cool. And we can plant some of those things in the summer, but nothing when it's like frozen ground. Like right now, it's so cold outside. It's like so snowy. It was like below freezing today by a few degrees, and it was so cold. I would give the number, but it'll be different for you, and you'll be like, what? That's not cold. Or you'll be like, that's really cold. I can never remember which one it is, because, yeah.
Well,
right.
Jean said, that's what threw me off, sorry. So Jean had said, Anne, do you think Jennilee and Scott ever planted anything? And then
gotcha.
I don't think so. So that's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
That's what distracted me, so I'm sorry.
I get really excited every springtime, and I plant stuff, and then the weeds come, and I usually weed the first time with no problem. And then the second time I see a little bit of weeds, I'm like, yeah, they're kind of little, I can wait a little longer. And then 2 months later, it's overgrown with weeds. And I'm like, oh, that was like a fail.
Yeah.
But I bought strawberries this year and planted them, and the birds ate them all before I could pick them. So that was disappointing, and I tried to plant some things. I did a pile of cherry tomato plants, like way more than I should have, and I had cherry tomatoes like crazy. Then I kind of got sick of cherry tomatoes, and then
I need to do those.
Yeah. You like cherry tomatoes?
My kids will eat them like they're going out of style.
They are going out of style. They're so delicious. All right, so we're almost done tonight. We have 3 minutes left. I don't know if I have any more slides. Let me see. Oh, I do have another slide. Would you like to see it?
I would.
All right, so this one is called Tag Friends for Keys. And what you can do right now is go on to the FarmVille2 Facebook page, and you can tag a bunch of your friends in real life, and FarmVille will put your name into a draw, and they will draw for free keys. I think it's like 10 keys or maybe 5 keys, I'm not sure. So how do you feel about this, Jennilee? How do you feel about going onto Facebook and tagging your friends that don't necessarily play FarmVille so that you can win free keys?
No.
Not gonna happen?
No.
It's not like you're not gonna get the... And is it no because you don't want to let people know how nerdy you are?
No, it's because if my friends posted stuff like that on their Facebook, I'd be like, why are you posting that?
Exactly.
You know, like, and you scroll through it and you think, why do they bother putting that on? Unless they have a lot of friends that play that game.
Yes,
you know?
that's true. So, I mean, you could tag the friends that play, like, you know, your friends that you have on, like Anne and Celia and whoever else is your friend in FarmVille. You can tag their names, because I'm sure they'd be okay with that, right?
Right, but I wouldn't.
I know. What about you, chat room? Chat room, do you do this on Facebook? Do you post things for your friends that annoys them? Like, I know there's some people that you see stuff and eventually you just start blocking their posts. Like, you don't block their posts so they know you're blocking them, but you just turn off their feed so that you can't see their stuff all the time. Facebook got pretty good at that, actually. You can turn a lot of stuff off if you don't want to see it.
When the first FarmVille, I think, when it first became like really big on Facebook, I had friends and family members that played it, and you know how like every time you'd upgrade or level up or whatever, it would ask you to post to Facebook.
Exactly. Isn't that annoying?
So then you'd get on Facebook and you see like 20 posts in a row from the same person talking about their farm, and that drove me nuts. So
and I think FarmVille2 is worse for that, because you need water in FarmVille2, and you're always asking your friends to click on stuff to give you water. So yeah, it's like, you know, I don't mind, for me personally, if I play the game, like, so I was playing the slot machine game, and there was 3 of my Facebook friends that played it, and so I would ask them for coins, and they would send me coins, and I would send them coins back. Kind of like on this game, where you can click on the mailbox and send speed seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see requests from you and Anne frequently, and I click on them and send them. But that doesn't show up on Facebook. It's just showing up in the game, right?
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, that's fine. And I'm probably showing up on your newsfeed is kind of stupid. I mean, and that's part of the reason why I don't accept all of these friend requests. I have more friend requests than I have friends on Facebook currently. Right now, I checked it. I'm currently sitting at 195 friend requests right now on Facebook, just from random people that know me from the live stream, that see my posts on Facebook, and they just friend me because they think, well, they want to get my global stuff, right, that I post in global. But I'm sure that's what it is, because obviously they're not, you know, friends of mine. They're just random people. And you know what was really freaky today? I don't have a slide for it, but you know, Celia, her last name starts with an H, right?
Right.
So all of a sudden I get a friend request from this other person with the same last name starting with an H, same spelling and everything. And so I text Celia, and I'm like, Celia, I just got a friend request from, and then I posted the picture, and it was just funny because it wasn't her relative. I mean, she has a very common last name, so you know, it wasn't obviously her relative, but I just saw it, and I was like, wow, is that her sister? And I'm friends. If I was friends with Celia, and then her sister is friends, you know, trying to friend her friends, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I got into that whole thing, but it was totally not the case. So it was kind of a funny situation, but it was very interesting anyways. One of those things.
Chantel said her friends it says they would kill me if she tagged people.
I know. True that.
Amanda said, I do that all the time.
She does tagging all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Or she tags when she gets contests from Zynga or to get stuff from FarmVille. Yeah, it's cool. Lots of people do it. I mean, and the nice thing is you can shut those people off of your Facebook feed if you're constantly getting, like, remember when we were getting messages, Jennilee, on our group chat about Facebook hackers and stuff, or
yes,
some scam or whatever, and I was like, this is so old. This is like 5 years old. Like, before you just copy and paste to everybody in your chat, you should maybe just research it, or just don't do it and just, you know, post it on your own feed or something. But man, yeah, because anyways, it kind of drives me nuts anyways.
I agree, and that's kind of what Chantel wrote next. She said, hiding certain people or encouraging others to hide, like, game information if it annoys them on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what's nice about Facebook. They've gotten a lot better at being able to tune that stuff out. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, it takes work though. You have to do all that for individual people. And it's the same thing with notifications. Like, you know, when you belong to like all those millions Facebook groups for FarmVille, and somebody posts and then it shows up on your newsfeed, right? And lots of times the like even some of the rain groups that I kind of still am in but not am in kind of thing, all I do is I unfollow them or unnotify. I think it's unnotify, and I no longer get notifications of their constant posts. And if I want to see what's in that group, I haven't left it, so I can go and check and read stuff, but it doesn't show up on my newsfeed after newsfeed. Anyways, I don't think I have any more slides left. I do have the missile button, but we did that one, my missile attack button.
Yeah.
Zynga gave me a special button that lets me shoot missiles at other farmers. Just kidding. I made that button myself with Photoshop. Anyways, that's it. Tag people for keys. I have missing people from Brenda. We have 10 more days to extend your farmhand. Anne's reward, which we posted in the farm thingy. Those are my slides tonight. It is 9:03. Thank you for coming, everyone. Make sure you start saying your goodbyes. Right, Jennilee?
Yes. Yes. And Frank, I asked him how many farm hands he has, and he's 51.
What? You asked Frank how many farmhands he has, and he has 51?
Yes.
Wow. Is that combined between all 3 of his farms, or is that just on his best farm?
Oh, I didn't ask that.
That's okay.
That would be sneaky, Frank.
It would be sneaky. It would be sneaky. I don't have near that many. Can you figure it out without actually... somehow? How do you figure that out? Can I click on my thing here and it'll tell me, but it'll show them as grayed out? Oh, I got the maple syrup. They found the maple syrup in the mine. The long-lost maple syrup. Oops, I don't know how many I have. There's quite a few. Well, I don't think there's 51, though. There's quite a few. I like how I have so many now that I can just put people everywhere. It's very, very fabulous. Fabulous. Sorry. I'm still amazed that there is maple syrup in my mine. It just stuff gets everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like you put that on the counter, it spills, it goes in the mine, it goes in the pond, it goes in the glade. Where else does it go? The pier. Yep, it's on the pier. It's everywhere. Basically, maple syrup exploded everywhere, Jennilee.
I just counted mine. I have 17, but I think like 3 of them are temporary or something.
I see. Look, it's even in the glade. I think maple syrup is everywhere. Is it stuck on the farm animals? Whoops, the prized animals? It's stuck on the prized horses. Stuck on this one. Maple syrup.
51 is on his main farm. So
wow,
it's just...
that is so crazy. How do you keep them all straight? You know, I send the same ones over and over to the certain ones. I send always to my mine. I send the guy with 2 ears, big long ears, and the guy with the brains coming out of his head. This one here. I send those 2 because they give you the bonus on the tin and the quartz. And then I usually fill in with extra guys, but for now I'm just going to send those 2 again. Anyways.
Hold on. Amanda is asking, how do I send in a picture? Amanda, right on the screen that you're looking at, there's our email address on the top, scottandjennilee@gmail.com. Or you can go on our live stream Facebook page and send us one through there as well. Can you think of another way? Possibly?
No, that's the best way. Or message us on Facebook and just send us a PM, private message, and with your picture. And I always accept everybody's messages I get. I just don't accept the friend requests I get. So if you send me a message, we totally chat in Messenger. I chat with so many of you guys in Messenger. Thank you so much for chatting. I feel so special. I like... You know, sometimes when you're home and or when you're all at work and all is quiet and you have no one talking to you, you can turn on your Facebook and you have 15 friend requests and chat requests from other farmers. It's kind of funny. Anyways, we should have some good nights, right?
Yes. So we have good nights from Chantel and Anne.
Chantel and Anne, thank you for coming. Thank you for clicking that thumbs up like button tonight, for sure. If you did, if you didn't, what are we at for thumbs up? Did you check?
Right now we're at 13.
13 people or 13 thumbs ups?
13 thumbs ups.
Nice. Cool.
We have good nights from Andy and Jackie and Frank.
Good night, Andy, Jackie, and Frank. And thank you for clicking that thumbs up button as well.
We have good night from Jean and Cole.
Jean and Cole? Cole. Is Cole new?
Cole said hi, and then he said good night. So.
Cole said hi and good night. Hello, Cole. So nice for you to join us tonight. Perhaps we'll chat with you more next week, or see you again next week. I love seeing new people. It's so cool.
And then I'm caught up, sorry.
Yay! All right, cool. Well, it is 7 minutes after 9, so thank you everybody for coming. Jennilee, did you have any goodbyes you wanted to say before I click the button that stops the live stream?
Yes, I want to say good night to everybody, and I'm happy to see there was either names that I wasn't familiar with or people that maybe don't chat very often. So it's fun to have you guys joining us, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys next week. And I hope you guys all have a great week.
That was such a good goodbye. How am I supposed to top that? That was just fantastic. I was like, did you write that down beforehand?
No.
That was a good one. Anyways, guys, thanks, as Jennilee said, for joining us. We love you guys that you hang out with us. If you guys weren't hanging out with us, Jennilee and I probably would only live stream once every 2 weeks because it wouldn't be as fun. Right, Jennilee?
Right.
So thank you, because without you guys, it would be kind of more boring. I would still, do it, but it would just be not the same. Anyways, thank you for coming. Good night, everybody. God bless, and we will see you all back here next week. Brenda, next week, same time, for sure, 100%, unless something bad happens in this horrible town I live in. But we will be back, and we will see everybody again next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.